Thanks again for joining us. Stoughton Chamber of Commerce welcomes you, and England Sinai is hosting this and welcomes you. We really appreciate everything that they do. This is probably the 5th or 6th time, Joanne, do you remember, that we've been hosted here by the Sinai? And they've done a wonderful job. I think this might be one of our biggest, if not our biggest, annual meeting crew. So we really appreciate everybody being here. And without further ado, let me introduce our new chairman of the 2015 Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, Jeffrey Pickette.
Thank you very much, Terry. I'm Jeffrey Pickette. I'm from Stoughton Media Access. I'm the program and news director up at SMAC, which is just right up the road. Thank you so much for coming this evening. Great crowd assembled here at the Sinai Hospital. I've been involved in the chamber on and off for about the last 10 years. I started as a junior in high school with a program that the chamber used to run with student reporters. And so my junior and senior year of high school was attending meetings and was active on the chamber. And then after college, started working for Stoughton Patch and got re-involved with the chamber through that. And now, after leaving Patch, my next and current job with Stoughton Media Access. And I joined the board last year and am happy to be your chairman this year. And I'm looking forward to a lot of great things, and most importantly, I'm looking for a lot of feedback. I want to be able to make this the type of chamber that you guys want. I want to see this type of involvement and attendance at all of our meetings, and I want to know what it's going to take to get that type of attendance. So please reach out and let us know what we can do for you. So as to quote our fire chief, Mark Dolph, help us help you. So I'd like to start off this evening by thanking our host, the New England Sinai Hospital. As Terry has mentioned, the New England Sinai Hospital has hosted the last number of these events for us, and it's always a great time here. Great service, great food, and Judy Waterston, the CEO, she was around earlier introducing herself. Thank you so much, Judy, and the staff here. I want to call up Bob Nolet, if Bob is in the room. If not, we will call him back up later just to show our appreciation. We'll postpone that. Do I have a second for that?
There are no seconds.
Right? There were plenty of seconds of cupcakes, right? Those are great, right? I want to introduce, before we get on to the main portion of this evening, which is the awards presentation and our keynote speaker, I'd like to introduce Stephanie Patton, who is the prevention coordinator for OASIS in Stoughton. It's Organizing Against Substances in Stoughton. It's really a great coalition that Stoughton has, and it's really been at the forefront, not just here in town, but across Norfolk County, being a leader in preventing substance abuse, especially for our youth. And Stephanie has done a great job at OASIS. Unfortunately, she's hobbling up. The rumor is, I kind of saw her on television yesterday jumping up and down Chris Christie and Jerry Jones at the Cowboys game. I know Representative Kafka and Galvin were there too, right? Yeah. So I want to turn this over to Stephanie. Let me bring the mic over to her and for this presentation.
Thank you so much, and I really appreciate being able to be here and to be standing in front of all of you at this meeting. So I'm here on behalf of the OASIS Coalition. OASIS has been around for about 10 years. We've been doing substance abuse prevention work here in Stoughton. OASIS stands for Organizing Against Substances in Stoughton, and I'm fortunate to be able to call myself their prevention coordinator. So the reason I'm here tonight is we've been embarking as a coalition on a project called What Does Stoughton Mean to Me? And the reason we've been doing that is because we really believe that it's very important as a community for us to recognize all of the wonderful things that happen here in Stoughton. And sometimes these are the things that we forget to talk about. And it's particularly important for our young people to know what a great place this is and for them to feel connected and attached to their community, which is really the reason we do this work. Because when young people feel that they are connected to something that's bigger than themselves, they are more apt to have healthy outcomes in life and less likely to get involved with things like alcohol and other drugs. So this might seem like this project is a little bit far from our direct mission, but it's really not. It's actually really the underpinnings of everything we do. So we were lucky enough to be able to share our first video of mostly town employees at the special town meeting a couple of months ago. So what you're going to see tonight is actually our second video, and I want to thank Jeffrey for helping to do all of the editing on this. And so what you're going to see tonight is what does Stoughton mean to the chamber, and we filmed this at your holiday meeting. So without further ado, I'm going to play the video, and I want you to think to yourselves, because the goal of this project is to try to get a lot of community input. At the very end of the video, you're going to see how you can contribute your ideas. If you are social media savvy and you're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, other things that I probably don't know about, and you want to send your own videos of yourself, of the teams at the places where you work, we would love that. We would really love to hear from people, and you can do that in a video, in a photo, in a tweet, or even send us stuff in the mail, and we will get it up there. So let me. Can we turn down the lights?
Yeah, maybe also might be able to hold the microphone that right.
I'm hoping the sound is going to be loud.
You think it's gonna be loud enough? All right. Otherwise, we're gonna try to get you there.
Are we ready?
Hi, I'm Terry Schneider, the Executive Director of the Stoughton Chamber of Commerce. And what Stoughton means to me is community. And as you can see from our holiday party, a lot of the chamber members are here helping to celebrate community, and that's what it means to me.
Hi, my name is Peg Carbone, and Stoughton is, to me, an example of generosity because their weekly support for the food pantry for the last 4 years is phenomenal.
Hi, I'm Rick Kaplan here at the Stoughton Chamber of Commerce holiday party, and Stoughton, one of the best places to raise a family. Some of the greatest people in the world live in Stoughton.
I'm Ellen Green, I'm from the Y, and I just want to tell you that Stoughton means everything to me. It's where I work, it's where I play, it's where I've raised my children, it's where I build my community, and I'm very happy to be a part of Stoughton.
Carlos Vargas from Vargas & Vargas Insurance. What does Stoughton mean to me? Stoughton means community to me.
Mike Samaco, Stoughton, Mass. Stoughton is a great community.
My name is Joan DiMatteo. I have lived in Stoughton for 77 years, and my children grew up in Stoughton. They graduated from all the Stoughton schools, and it is a wonderful town. My parents, their parents, and their parents all grew up and were born in Stoughton, so I am really an originalite in Stoughton.
My name is Chris. I'm brand new here in Stoughton. I'm enjoying Stoughton and all the things that are happening here. I'm with the Lions in the Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, my name is Maureen McGowan. I'm a lifelong resident of Stoughton, Mass, and we have an excellent public library system. We also have Town Spa Pizza.
Hi, I'm Dick Phillips from Stoughton Town Spa. Stoughton means a lot to us. My business is 60 years old this year. My parents to me now, and it means a lot. We have so many people that work for us, all the students. We sponsor 20 teams in the town of Stoughton, and we've been doing that for many years.
Hi, my name is Harry Chung from Stoughton Family Dental. What Stoughton means to me, it means a sense of community, a lot of opportunities, and people are so friendly and kind in Stoughton.
Hi, my name is Mike Crawford. I'm with Crawford Media and Consulting, and what Stoughton means to me is family. My whole family lives here. They have lived here, grandparents, aunts, uncles, parents, myself. Stoughton means family.
I'm Fred Yatanis. I was born in Stoughton, raised in Stoughton, went to the Stoughton schools, and I love the town. The reason I love the town is because the people are all committed to things that need their attention, and I just love being part of it.
This is Nadine Israel, and I want to let you know what Stoughton means to me. It's an awesome place to live. It's really convenient to a lot of places, both Boston and Providence, a lot of stuff going on. Awesome people in the town. Everybody's always willing to help, and it's just a lovely, lovely place to live.
Hi, I'm Pam McCarthy. I'm the town's new Economic Development Coordinator. I was attracted to Stoughton because it's a place where there's a lot of opportunity and the community is behind the great things that are about to happen. They're open for change and all good things are in the future.
So what does Stoughton mean to me? I've worked in Stoughton for going on 32 years. It's a great community. I got involved in Stoughton. I wish I lived in Stoughton. I don't, though. I live in Norfolk, and someday my goal would be to move to Stoughton.
All right, thank you very much, Stephanie. That was a great project. I also want to thank CJ Mullen, who's one of the 2 interns we have at Stoughton Media Access filming tonight. Sean Leary's also in the front row. CJ helped to film the video that you just saw. So, what does Stoughton mean to you? As you think about that, also think about what does the Chamber mean to you? And as I mentioned, in the coming year, what can the Chamber do as an organization to be more effective in outreach, to have, what types of meetings do you want us to have in the next year? These are some of the questions I hope that you guys think about tonight and over the next couple of days so that we can best serve you. Let me get a nice poke. There we go. So, yeah, exactly, right? So, I'd like to, part of the group that's going to help this chamber grow and continue to grow are our board of directors, and I'd like to introduce our board of directors at this time. Of course, we couldn't operate without the help of our executive director, Terry Schneider, and Joanne Schneider, who is the membership coordinator. They're not on the board, but they are essential in the day-to-day functions of this chamber. But let me start introducing the chamber again. I'm Jeff Pickett. I'm going to be the chairman this year. Our vice chair, Mark Leppo from Caldwell Banker. He couldn't make it this evening, but Mark is going to be our vice chair. Our treasurer, John Jarvis from MAJ Business Service. He also couldn't make it this evening, but he will be our treasurer. And we have Fred Yatanis, who you saw in the video from the Fred and Nadine Realty team. He's also on our board. And Tanya O'Connor from Bay State Lodge 141. Now I'd like to introduce our members who are here this evening and have them come up at the front of the room, please. First, I'll introduce Lester Davis from All Care Home Health Service. Tracy Wong from Cedar Hill Healthcare. Steve Tyre from the Copley at Stoughton. Jill O'Keefe from Island Street Auto. Oh, she's not here? All right, I apologize. We'll have to speak after the meeting, Terry. Jason Rinaldo from the law offices of Jason Rinaldo. Ellen Green from the Stoughton YMCA. Grace Frias from the Randolph Savings Bank. Grace. And David Willis from South Shore Savings Bank. Your 2015 Stoughton Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors.
Sorry. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you very much. These individuals do a lot of hard work behind the scenes for the Chamber, so another round of applause for our board. All right, this time we will begin our awards presentation ceremony. And after attending these meetings for the last several years, this is one of the favorite things that one of my favorite things I think the Chamber does, is giving out these awards and really recognizing some great businesses and great individuals in the town of Stoughton who really contribute not just to the business community but to the betterment of our community as a whole overall. And so I'd like to recognize a couple of individuals who will be handing out citations from the State House. Very lucky to have our two state representatives with us this evening. We have State Representative Louis Kafka, and we have State Representative William Galvin. Okay. So Representative Kafka will be giving the citation from the House of Representatives, and Representative Galvin will be giving out the citation from Senator Joyce's office in the State Senate. Senator Joyce, also his office, big thank you for being able to get us these citations from our State Senate.
Why don't you start over there? Well, what do you want us to do? Just go right over there. You can read that first one that we have.
Do you want to do citations first or the awards first?
Maybe
At the same time.
Yeah, well, why don't you start with
Right,
the
but
Portuguese?
Yeah,
We'll start
have
with
one
this,
guy
yeah.
come up, we'll give them all.
Right,
Yeah.
do you want to do I'll read the award then the citation.
Yeah, do the award, then.
Okay. All right, we'll start off with the award and then we'll read the citation. Our Business of the Year is presented to the Portuguese National Club. The Business of the Year plaque is awarded to a Stoughton Chamber of Commerce member or organization in recognition of their dedication, work ethics, innovative practices, sustainability, and active involvement in the community. Through presentation of this plaque, the Stoughton Chamber thanks you for your participation as a member for helping our chamber become a better organization. And just to add a little bit to that, the Portuguese National Club is hosted our Doing It for Diane fundraiser, which is a huge fundraiser for our food pantries in town, and has also hosted our annual holiday party for the last several years, has hosted several of the last roasts, and has really been a great partner with the Chamber in hosting a lot of our most well-attended events, and we really want to thank the Portuguese National Club and congratulate them for this award. We'll have you guys come up, please. Congratulations. We have Natalia Vargas and Sid Carrera coming up to accept this award for the Portuguese National Club.
Thank you, Jeffrey, and it's my pleasure to be here along with Representative Galvin, and we're representing our colleagues in both the House and the Senate in presenting these awards to all the recipients and thanking them and congratulating them on their efforts to make Stoughton the community, that word was used in the film, the community that it is, and that is such a great community now that I live here to raise a family and to live in. I want to congratulate all the recipients, right now the Portuguese National Club, and I'd like to read the following citation. Commonwealth of Massachusetts House of Representatives. Be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to the Portuguese National Club in recognition of their selection as the 2014 Stoughton Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year for outstanding service to the Stoughton community and its residents. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success in all endeavors. Given the 5th day of January 2015 at the State House, Boston, Mass., signed by the Speaker of the House, Robert A. DeLeo, myself, and Representative Galvin. Congratulations.
Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here this evening, and I echo the sentiments of Representative Kafka and congratulate all. And our Senator, Brian Joyce, was unable to make it, so we're standing in for him also. And we have a state Senate official citation. And be it known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to the Portuguese National Club and recognition of receiving the 2014 Business of the Year Award from the Stoughton Chamber of Commerce and for outstanding support of our citizens and surrounding communities. And be it further known that the Massachusetts Senate extends the best wishes and continued success, that this citation be duly signed by the President of the Senate, attested to a copy thereof transmitted by the Clerk of the Senate, and signed by the President of the Senate, Teresa Murray, might be one of her last signatures. Yeah. And the Clerk of the Senate, William Welsh, and offered by our State Senator, Brian A. Joyce. So,
Thank you
congratulations.
very much.
Can you open them and hold them?
Oh, sure.
Jeffrey, want to, they can open them and hold them.
Thank you.
You also get a box. Good.
Thank you very much.
Good thinking, I like that.
Thank you.
You know what we should be in?
You deserve it.
Yes. Yeah. At this time, we would also like to recognize Luge Pestana from Tito's Cakes, who's also heavily involved with the Portuguese National Club. So if Luge, if you could come up at this time. This certificate of appreciation is being presented to you in recognition of your many years of assistance to our chamber and to the overall community. We are honored to have had and continue to have the opportunity to work with you in your capacity as the event planner at the Portuguese National Club, for most of our holiday parties and for our food pantry fundraiser, doing it for Diane, that this chamber sponsors. Congratulations.
Hold the plaque so I can see it. I can't read it, no. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations and thank you very much.
Thank you, Luge.
At this time, we'd like to give out our special recognition awards. And while our first recipient is not here this evening, I feel it's still important to recognize his efforts and his work to make this Chamber of Commerce a better place, keep it moving along. And I think that Mark Leppo is very deserving of this special recognition award. Mark Leppo not only served as chairman for the past year or so, really stepping up, and when the chamber needed somebody in that spot. Mark Leppo also, for the last couple of years, has brought back a very popular event, the Taste of Stoughton, which has served as a fundraiser for not only the chamber, but also for POPs, which is the Parents of Performing Students in our town. And it's been held at the high school, where dozens and dozens of vendors, food vendors and businesses, set up an expo. Hundreds come in to attendance, and Mark really spearheaded putting this together, and we wanted to thank him for his efforts. And even though he couldn't be here tonight, I think he's deserving of a very warm round of applause. Mark will also be receiving citations from the House and Senate as well. Our second special recognition award of the evening is given to Maltby and Company. Maltby and Company is being recognized tonight for the complete overhaul of the landscaping at Faxon Veteran Memorial Park. There was a write-up in the paper about the work that Maltby and Company did, but this is really quite a generous action and a noble action that Maltby and Company took, cleaning up and beautifying the park that honors and memorializes our veterans in town. And so we would like to present this special recognition award to Maltby and Company. If you could come on up, Maltby, representatives from Maltby and Company. The Stoughton Chamber of Commerce Special Recognition Award is only presented when there is someone, a family, a company, or an organization, I think we have all three right here, deserving due to having provided significant, exceptional, and lasting service to the Chamber and/or the overall community. As a recipient of the Special Recognition Award, you are being recognized as a pillar in our community and as a prominent supporter of the values that this Chamber and its members feel so strongly about. We want to congratulate you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Don't leave. I also have a citation from the Massachusetts House of Representatives to the Maltby Company in recognition of earning a 2014 Stoughton Chamber of Commerce Special Recognition Award for their outstanding efforts in the renovation of Veterans Memorial Park. I want to congratulate you and thank you for your efforts. Thank you.
And I have a state senate citation. Well, you guys really want to sit down, don't you? It's
That's the moment.
It's from the state senate. It's an official citation, and it's to the Maltby Company in recognition of receiving the 2014 Special Recognition Award from the Stoughton Chamber of Commerce and for providing an extreme makeover to the Faxon Veteran Memorial Park in honoring veterans here and abroad. And of course, it's signed by the Senate and the President in your Senate. So congratulations.
What do you have, a tree waiting for you?
Yeah, I told you it was in a rush.
Give one to Billy. All right.
Yep. Yeah, open it up, show it to us.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's
hey,
it.
all right.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Hold on.
One more.
One more here, one more picture.
Oh, stop it.
Okay.
Hi, guys, sit down.
Congratulations.
Come on up again? No, I'm just kidding. Our next two awards are for Volunteers of the Year. And I think you will agree that these two recipients are very deserving of this honor. Our first recipient is heavily involved with, I would say, the Chamber's favorite charity, and that's the food pantry. Between doing it for Diane and collections that the Chamber does once a month, and other activities like helping to secure shelving at the St. Anthony's Free Market, and lots of other, painting, helping to paint the Ilsa Marks food pantry a couple of years ago. There's been so many activities that the Chamber and our members have done to support the food pantry. Chris Petrie, our past chairman, just had a roast where he put himself out to be at the butt of every joke to raise over $3,000 for the food pantries. And this cause is near and dear to us, and this Volunteer of the Year is really a champion of making sure that the food pantries are not forgotten. And I want to invite Peg Carbone to come on up, and I'd like to present this award. If you don't know, Peg Thursdays has made Thursday's Food Pantry Day in Stoughton. And Peg will go around, and I hope I can remember the ad by heart by now, but no donation is too small. You'll pick up small or large. That's right. And Peg does it week in and week out, picking up donations for our food pantries. and bringing them to the food pantries in town. And I was privileged enough, probably 4 years ago now, to join Peg one Thursday morning and to see her in action, and it's truly amazing what she does on a weekly basis. So Peg, this Volunteer of the Year award honors an individual who unselfishly gives her time for the benefit of the community and others, a person who exemplifies the spirit of the community in giving back. The award is presented only when there is overwhelming evidence that the person receiving this recognition is deserving and should be held in high reverence, and I certainly think that's the case tonight, so congratulations.
Peg. I also, again, have a citation from the Massachusetts House to Peg Carbone in recognition of earning a 2014 Stoughton Chamber of Commerce Volunteer of the Year Award for her outstanding service to the Stoughton community and its residents. Congratulations, and I'm sure things will go on in the future, and you will be able to provide food for those who are in need. Thank you for everything you do.
This is from the State Senate, and it's an official citation to Mrs. Peg Carbone in receiving the 2014 Volunteer of the Year Award from the Stoughton Chamber of Commerce and for outstanding support of our citizens in the surrounding community, signed by the Senator, the President, and our State Senator. So congratulations with great work you do.
Thank you.
Bill.
Oh, I'm the one who wants to get done.
Awesome. Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Peg. Congratulations. Our next Volunteer of the Year award is Michael Crawford. Michael has worked tirelessly for many Stoughton organizations, helping our chamber, hosting various events for our chamber. He's a far better host than I am, I will say that. So he hosted our holiday party. He has been an active doing it for Diane member, and he's been a volunteer and worked hard for the Stoughton Farmers Market, which just a couple years ago was just a crazy idea that a couple people had. Could we pull off a farmers market in town? And it's happened, and it's had a big success in its first 2 years, and Michael's one of the big reasons why, especially his marketing expertise, really helping the market there with the signs that he's put up around town. I believe that those signs that you'll see around town, Michael's personally put up a lot of those signs, and he's really brought a lot of attention to the farmers market, as well as doing it for Diane and helping our chamber. So I'd like to call up Michael Crawford at this time to accept this award. If extra credit points if you could recite this award. The Volunteer of the Year Award honors an individual who unselfishly gives his time for the benefit of the community and others, a person who exemplifies the spirit of the community in giving back. The award is presented only when there is overwhelming evidence that the person receiving this recognition is deserving and should be held in high reverence. And again, I think this is the case for Michael, so congratulations. Thank you.
Once again, Michael, thank you for everything that you do. I visited the farmers market on several occasions, and you did a great job.
Thank you. It wasn't me, it was everyone else.
Well, everybody did a great job. And I'd like to offer this citation from my colleagues. To Michael Crawford in recognition of earning a 2014 Stoughton Chamber of Commerce Volunteer of the Year Award for his outstanding service to the Stoughton community and its residents. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The State Senate official citation to Mr. Michael Crawford in recognition of receiving the 2014 Volunteer of the Year Award from the Stoughton Chamber of Commerce for the outstanding support of our citizens and surrounding communities. Signed by the President of the Senate and our state senator, and congratulations. There's not that many volunteers, we need a lot more, and we really thank you.
Oh, thank
Here
you.
you go.
Yeah, no. Well, you are now.
Oh,
One more, okay, here we go. Great, thank you.
Congratulations, thank you. At this time, one more round of applause, please, for Representative Kafka and Representative Galvin. Thank you for taking your time out of your evenings to come on down here and to help make this an even more special evening for these award recipients. We'd still have some more awards on our docket this evening, and I'd like to welcome up our Chamber Supporter Awards. A Chamber Supporter the certificate will honor a person or business that may or may not be a member or affiliated with the Stoughton Chamber of Commerce, but is someone to be recognized for their assistance provided to our chamber in the achievement of our goal to provide for our members an organization of respect and credibility within the community we serve. It is through the willingness and generosity of our members and their respective businesses that enables this Stoughton Chamber of Commerce to advocate for the business community and to accomplish many of the goals and objectives as written in our mission statement, and to continue to function as a respected and as a charitable organization. So first, I'd like to call up Bernie Planeta from Planet Security.
Getting there. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And I would also like to follow the compliments on the Maltby Company. As a veteran and the current AMVETS District Commander, you did an outstanding job in a very, very important piece of community, and we appreciate everything that you did. Thank you. I appreciate this very much, and I'm celebrating my 30th year in the Chamber of Commerce. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. I'd like to call up our next Chamber Supporter Award. It's Joe Crawley from Cassie's Place. Joe? And finally, Terry doesn't pay me enough to pronounce this last name, and I'm not going to butcher it. But I'd like to extend our congratulations to our final chamber supporter this evening, Paul and Penny from Stoughton Cleaners and Tailors. Congratulations. Thank you.
It's a big picture.
Yes. Our final awards this evening are our Community Supporter Awards. This certificate honors a person and or business that may or may not be a member of or affiliated with the Stoughton Chamber of Commerce, but is someone who should be recognized for their efforts in the betterment of the community and/or its residents. It is through the willingness and generosity of our members and their respective businesses that has enabled the Stoughton Chamber of Commerce to accomplish many of the goals and objectives as written in our mission statement, and to continue to function as a respected and charitable organization. Our first Community Supporter Award, I'd like to call up the Ahavath Torah congregation. I think they brought their whole congregation this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Congratulations.
Awesome, thank you.
And if you're watching this before the dates I'm about to mention, I'd like to mention a couple things going on at the temple. And actually, one of the reasons, the second event that I'll mention, is one of the reasons that they received this award. The first event is January 17th, Saturday night, after Shabbat's over. And they'll be having a blues fest. Lots of great blues acts coming to the temple, and there's a flyer that's been posted around several websites that you can check out the specific acts coming to Stoughton. But we have some world-class musicians coming right here to Stoughton, to the synagogue that's on Central Street. And then the following weekend, on January 24th, Pat Basler, I could tell she's smiling right now. Pat Basler has, for the last 3 years, has helped put this together. She's our library director. It's a murder mystery play that will be taking place. And it stars several prominent members in our town. Terry Schneider, one of them. So off the top of my head, some of the other members this year that will be taking part, David Spanky Souza, one of our selectmen, Michael Hammond, I have to mention that, he's my boss, and if I didn't, I'd get in trouble. Jamie Velasquez from the Board of Selectmen's office, Joe Feaster right here. I'd also get in trouble if I didn't mention our community forum host, Joe Feaster. He's, who else, Pat? Ann McDonald is here. She'll also be in. John Dennison, everybody's favorite English teacher at Stoughton High School. Karen Hall, she's also here this evening.
I think that's it.
And we think that's it. And Pat Basler always plays. Are you reviving your role as Lotta Books this year? Pat deserves an award for that. But anyways, that's a great community event, and I just wanted to give that a plug because it helps. That's an example of one of our businesses, or one of our organizations rather, in town, the synagogue, extending its building to another one of our organizations, the library, to help the library fundraise money through its Support Our Library Association, the SOLA group. And it's a popular event in its first 2 years, and I expect no different in year number 3. So that's July 24th. So, I'm sorry, January 24th. Almost had it.
That's how you know if you're listening.
Yes, at least I know you're listening, right? So our next Community Supporter Award, we have Sean McKiernan from Apex Auto Body. So Sean, take the long walk.
Thank you.
Maintenance.
Some maintenance issues. See, I'm not the only one with maintenance issues tonight. There we go. Our last community supporter of the evening is Karl Maregni from Stop and Shop Supermarket. Karl?
Say thank you so much from Stop and Shop, and I
want to thank my store team for their continued support to help us be involved with the community. And we are going to consider going forward with our goal to be a better neighbor in the community going forward all the time. Thank you.
So once again, another round of applause for all of our award recipients this evening. As I said, you're not just what helps make this chamber great, but what you help make this community great and make this community a better place. Before we move on to the next portion of our evening, I would like to call up Bob Nolette from the New England Sinai Hospital and extend our gratitude, as I mentioned earlier, for the New England Sinai Hospital hosting this event for the last several years for the Chamber. So, round of applause for Mr. Nolette.
Thanks, Bob.
I haven't had my picture taken this much since probably my bar mitzvah, so. So I'm following Franny Crimmins' script from last year, so this is the part of the evening where we make fun of Terry. So.
Wait a second, I wrote this. That's not written there.
I have edited. No, I'm just kidding. Again, big round of applause for Terry and Joanne for what they do putting this evening together. We've reached the portion of our evening where we have our keynote speaker, and really looking forward to hearing from our keynote speaker this evening. If you have had the opportunity to listen to Chancellor Keith Motley, or if you have not, regardless, you will be amazed by this dynamic speaker and a Stoughton resident. So it's let me just read a little bit about Dr. Keith Motley. Chancellor J. Keith Motley is the 8th Chancellor of the University of Massachusetts, Boston. He leads an institution with over 16,000 undergraduate and graduate students and a full-time and part-time faculty of more than 1,000. In addition to representing UMass Boston locally, nationally, and internationally, Chancellor Motley oversees newly launched and highly ambitious master plan and strategic planning initiatives that reflect the university's determination to remain true to its origins as a teaching institution while enhancing its standing in research, preparing its students to succeed in a transnational world, graduating significantly greater numbers to meet increasing demand for a well-educated workforce, and similarly growing as a source of knowledge and public service. Prior to his appointment as Chancellor, Dr. Motley also served in various roles both on the campus and in the UMass Systems Office, following more than 20 years as an administrator for Northeastern University. Dr. Motley holds bachelor's and master's degrees from Northeastern University and a Doctor of Philosophy degree from Boston College. He also holds an honorary degree awarded by Northeastern University. He is a graduate of the University of Pittsburgh's Upward Bound program. He is married to Angela Motley and is the proud father of Keith, Kayla, and Jordan. And I just have to say, I had the privilege of covering Kayla the last several years for volleyball and basketball, great player, and I've also seen Chancellor Motley speak a couple of times, and you're in for a treat tonight. So, Chancellor Motley.
First of all, I want to thank you.
Thank you.
Your coverage of all the young ladies and young men in things in this town have been amazing. I've never had a chance to really thank you publicly. I've told you privately.
Thank you.
But it's nice to come home and see my daughters. So happy about all that you've done. Let's give Jeff a round of applause. So, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to 2015 I tell you, seems so long away, not so long ago. And I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to have stayed home today in preparation for an opportunity to be here with you. Amazing opportunity for me. First, I want to thank all the folk who prepared the food today and the bartender. Even though I haven't had a chance to see you yet, I promise that I'll make my voyage back there to see you at some point. I also want to thank the young lady who went downtown to grab some tea, downstairs to grab some tea for me. Thank you. There was no tea, you found it, and now lots of us in the room are happy. I am so grateful to all of my colleagues that are here, all the friends I see around this room, to our state representatives, thank you for being here. I'm so grateful to you. I'm also, Terry, Joanne, thank you. Terry, thank you for organizing an opportunity earlier in the year, along with Joanne, for me to be able to come and speak at the Chateau to lots of you before. I promise you, I'm not going to talk about what I talked about then, because you gave me so much to talk about tonight, walking in this room. Joanne, you gave me lots to talk about, and also to explain to my beautiful wife, Angela, when I walk in and you give me that pumpkin bread. And my resolution was to leave pumpkin bread alone so that I could continue to fit in these suits, and then I don't have to go and see Paul and Penny to take them in and take them out for me. They are my go-to group at Stoughton Cleaners. So I have the before New Year's suits, and I have my after New Year's suits, and they make sure I always have those. I also want to say that as I think about today and I look around the room and I think about politics in this room and the politicians that are here, I just want to say that we lost a great one in Senator Edward Brooks. When I was a child, I used to get teased because I had to wear my suit to church every Sunday because my grandfather was the preacher. Sit in the front row and your boys talk about you. Look at him in the suit. Then Ed Brooks showed up in Ebony magazine. He had his beautiful suits on. And he had that part in his hair, so when I had hair, I wore my hair with a part on the side. And I also carried myself in a way that, and as I met Senator Brooks, just was so proud. So I just wanted to make sure that before I started, because I have not had a chance to say publicly what he meant to me, what that feels like. Also to all the awardees, congratulations. It's nice to sit here as a resident of Stoughton, and I brag about that all the time, even though I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And even though my Steelers got beat the other night, and some of you all cut me a break and didn't know how I feel about my Steelers, I want to say congratulations to Town Spa Pizza on their 60th, because the biggest argument in my house is Town Spa Pizza, and that's my kids, or Vento's, where I grew up in Pittsburgh. And we argue about that all the time, but then I go around the world, no matter where I go. Alumni come up to me, and my wife will testify to this. Does Town Spa have a frozen pizza yet? Can you ship some of those to me? And so we're constantly shipping them all around the world. And so Town Spa, you sort of warm that out. I want to say that to this chamber, thank you to the officers, to the members for inviting me. Thank you for your leadership, your dedication, your commitment, and for the opportunity just to share a little bit about what's happening at the University of Massachusetts, Boston. I am so honored to be the Chancellor there. We're not so far away if you live here in Stoughton. I have lots of people that give me the excuse to stay home. Phil Carver, who is here, and he's Associate Director of our Community Relations and Economic Development. We have him maintaining contact with this chamber. But along with all of the staff that's here, why don't you all stand up just to show who's here tonight. We have Ed Lambert and Gil Hoban and Akia Powell, my assistant Steve. As I mentioned at the luncheon, remember this number, 575. Keep that burning in your brain, because that means that 458 alumni, 16 faculty members, 101 students living in the town of Stoughton from the University of Massachusetts in Boston. But if I start counting about our system and all of those who are from the University of Massachusetts and all of our sister and brother campuses, you'd be amazed at that number. And you have yours truly, your Chancellor, a proud resident of this town. I treat this town as an extension of our campus. And I hope before I leave here today with you, you'll also recognize the University of Massachusetts Boston as your local public university. After all, we're located on Dorchester Bay. Originally, this great town of Stoughton was part of Dorchester and its southern precinct. As you know, Chief Justice William Stoughton built and endowed Stoughton Hall at Harvard College. And today we're called Harvard on the Bay. For those of you that don't know, as the only public research university in the great city of Boston, you do not keep your own PhDs, you send them everywhere else. And because we're the only public research university, we get everybody's vote. And so I have one of the most brilliant faculty that you'll ever see. And when students come there, that's the first thing, or alumni meet me, that's the first thing they always tell me about someone who's transformed their life in some tremendous scholar. So we give out and have more degrees than all of these other institutions because they come to us. I genuinely appreciate your taking time from your busy schedules tonight. Walking in this room is humbling when I see so many people who I've respected your work around this town. I tried to stay below the radar screen. Then one day, at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday, I get a phone call. Are you the dude that's the chancellor at the University of Massachusetts, Boston? And I thought it was the IRS or something. So I was like, I don't know. And it was the schools calling, and then it was this one calling. And we have been out here about 10 years at the time, and we've been out here 19 years. All of our children educated in the schools. Long before I thought about being chancellor, we were residents here in this town. When I became chancellor, my children told me, well, if that means you got to move to Boston, Daddy, I guess we'll see you on the weekend. So I stayed in Stoughton. I make it into something very noble, but it was just as simple as that. They weren't going anywhere. And they told me that their mother wasn't either. Then I turned around and a young man who I had watched go to law school when I was a freshman, 17 years old, at Northeastern University, Joe Feaster, was dealing with Fred and them about moving around the corner. And here he is in this town. So let me just take a few minutes to brag about this institution I have the privilege to lead. We are without a doubt a university that's on the move. We're celebrating 50 years as the University of Massachusetts, Boston. Now, some of you smart alecks in the room will say, Chancellor, but we know you go back to 1852 as Boston Normal School, as Boston State College, as State College. So why are you hyping up 50 years? Well, you know, 50 is the new 30. You know, so we're finding our strength now. And so I know that it's not quite like 1726 in the 289 years that Stoughton's been around, or the 60 years of town spa, or the rest of you in this room that can brag about those things. But we've decided to take a year just to brag Yes, we know it's 2015 and that we were founded in 1964 as the University of Massachusetts. So you say you're still celebrating? Yes, we are. We deal in academic years. They go on and on and on and on. Some of you quietly whisper to me, Chancellor, did it change? Do people stay around and graduate in more than 4 years? The truth is no. But we count long time, so you're going to see us celebrating. When you come to campus, you will quickly realize that this is not your grandfather's or your grandma's University of Massachusetts, Boston. Whatever your notion was of us, wipe that out of your mind. Now, as the Boston Globe, and I know it's not the Stoughton Journal or the Stoughton Penny Saver, but as the Boston Globe's article in the business section today stated, that this is one of the most forward-thinking, unbelievably opportunistic, and high-quality, innovative, forward-thinking institutions that has a world-class faculty and students working in teaching, learning, and research that there is. And we're going to make sure you have this before you leave today, just in case you haven't seen your globe today. And there's a sparkling new integrative science building that hugs you when you come on campus. 220,000 square feet just waiting for you to come out on the peninsula. They sent us out on a dump to die. Now we've built the most vibrant destination point in the city. We are the only institution with its own presidential library, the John F. Kennedy Library. I am just building and will complete for March 30th the Everett and Kennedy Institute for the United States Senate, and this great president will come and cut the ribbons on that for us. And so on and on and on, 4 other buildings, two-way traffic. We've been running into each other. And my wife sent me pictures of how disruptive it is now. But 5 years from now, no one will ever know what we had to sacrifice to get to where we are now. That's why I always remind us of our sacrifice. When I look back at Stoughton years ago, I think about what people sacrificed as they came south from the city, optimistic about the future. And now here all of you are in the room. Imagine what our founders would think today as they look at the university. A general academic building being built. And you better believe there's more to come. As I walked in here tonight, the state reps all said to me, yeah, I know we're building a lot of stuff out there, and here you are. I bet you want some more stuff. I said, yes, I do. It's 2015. Time for some new stuff. I have ideas. Chancellors live with erector sets, Legos, and all that in my office. I have little trucks. I get on the floor. I act like I'm playing with little kids, but I'm playing with myself down there trying to build what it is for the future. We have to think about iPad 12, not iPad 7. That's our gift to the future. Your gift as a chamber to this community is to be forward-thinking, honoring the past, honoring those that came before us, but being forward-thinking enough to transform this community in all kinds of ways. That's what those early folk were doing. When you look at Stoughton and you see all the dimensions of it and all the firsts, it's an amazing thing. And so, we have an RFP out right now for a public-private partnership. 2,000 beds we're building for residence halls. So some of you developers out here in the room, better check out that RFP. You're going to be disoriented when you walk on campus, and I'm glad about that. You're going to have mud all over your shoes. I'm glad about that too. But more importantly, you're going to run into amazing individuals all over the place. 140 countries, 90 different languages, 17,000 students. They're learning from 1,000 people that are amazingly competent to teach them. We're taking we're making the Harbor Walk permanent now. In the old days, they used to let it run down behind JFK because JFK is federal land. And they didn't want anybody walking behind the library. Now, they're begging our scholars to fix it up. And so as of March, you'll be able to go all the way from Dorchester, all the way out to Castle Island and back. So if you feel like working out, walking that 24 miles, riding that 24 miles, driving that 24 miles, or just checking out the beautiful beaches. We've cleaned them up too. See, that's not sexy enough for us to put on television. So you see the commercials we're doing. Because in the old days, we used to have commercials with guys in boats with hats on, talking about we've cleaned up the harbor, and nobody noticed. Now we've changed that, and we say, my first choice, or we're here for a reason, and everyone's calling me on the phone, or they'll see a big billboard. Some of my friends called me and said, hey man, I almost wrecked today. And I'm like, what do you mean you almost wrecked? I'm feeling all messed up. I'm like, can you see? I know we're getting older. What's going on? I was riding down 93 and I saw your picture come up on the billboard, and I had to almost pull off the side of the road. The bottom line is this institution is on the move. There are signs of transformation and evidence that we're on the move. But it's more than constructions and buildings. Don't go away from here saying, oh, I went in there and he's just a construction guy. He should be down there with the guy down at Faneuil Hall doing Legos. No. We are also constructing minds. We've matriculated over 3,200 new students in our freshman class. Close to 17,000 students come full time. Over 20-something thousand, I don't even mention the number because there are faculty members here, unduplicated bodies on campus every day. My state reps know that. We experienced more than 19% enrollment growth since 2008. We're becoming young. We used to be the campus for someone who wanted to come to school when they were 29 or 30. Now I have 16-year-olds and 15-year-olds, and we're so young it's blowing away some of my faculty's minds because they were still used to teaching on legal pads. Bring those in. Now they're expected to teach it with technology that just blows these folk away, and now they see how exciting it is. It's an amazing thing. I'm a tenured professor in our College of Management. And so they tried to, I was sitting at Faculty Senate, and you have to, after 2 years, your syllabus has to be approved. So the faculty approved my syllabus and made me the capstone instructor for the PhD program, which means I have to teach everything that they learn, and then I can teach my little bit of stuff, okay, as part of this. It sounds more noble than it is because I only teach three weeks a year, 3 hours a day, 4 days a week. That's a lot of teaching, but I get it done. But the reality in that is that while I am teaching that course, I'm also getting to see how our students learn. And so, as a result of that, my students actually nominated me for a technology award. However, they're the ones who put it together. It was a setup. I was supposed to show up, and I was supposed to act like I knew what I was doing. I brought them and made them do it. And now we have faculty members who said they never turned themselves over in that way to online learning or any of that stuff. They're the leading advocates for that on our campus. So transformation is possible. Our new honors college is on its way to producing award-winning scholars who are making headlines by using their academic prowess, creativity, and compassion to help communities address their pressing issues and concerns. Last year, we reported our highest 6-year graduation rate, as well as the largest increase in the rate in university history. Now, we're not going to be satisfied till 100% of those who come graduate. However, we are on our way. Diversity at the university is an amazing thing. We've always been the most diverse university in New England. And so 52% of our undergraduates self-report as people of color. And those come from not only Massachusetts, all over the world. But they stay here in Massachusetts. They stay in these communities, and they make a difference in these communities. Like no other university in the region, we're preparing students to analyze problems together, think together, and work together to solve those problems with others from around the globe. We all know that Boston is a city of universities, but no other university in the city has our diversity, our urban mission, or our public status. We are this Commonwealth's capital city public research university. Now, in that city of more than 100 college students, most of those eventually leave the Commonwealth, as most of you know. Our students stay here in this Commonwealth, and they make a difference. But just in case you haven't heard, we're inching our campus closer and closer to you. If you don't come to us, we show up and we come to you. Last month, Governor Patrick announced the development of a downtown Brockton education collaborative. Now, you're talking about Brockton, you're not talking about Stoughton. But in 1888, when the first train from Stoughton to Brockton was developed, they knew there was a natural tie between these two communities, and we know it now. And so if in 1888 they understood that, in 2015, it doesn't take much to go over into Brockton. The University of Massachusetts, Boston, Massasoit, and Bridgewater State University will offer programs together. Nothing like it in the country, because most places don't talk to each other. We decided to get together and talk about it and do something about it. So there should be no doubt that Stoughton is a place of interest. Whatever you want to call it, community town or whatever, it's a place of interest for the University of Massachusetts as a whole. We want to be good neighbors. We want to be good citizens and good partners of this town educationally, economically, and in every dimension of development. We're intentionally increasing our presence in the communities of this Commonwealth. The staff that I had stand up earlier, which includes Phil, who's leading here in this town, have kept me out in these communities talking to people, eating with people, meeting with people. And I had to say, well, what about Stoughton? And here we are. They lay the groundwork for sustained partnerships, not just haphazardly put together kind of thing. This Commonwealth has jewels such as the town of Stoughton all over the place. Boston's Mayor Marty Walsh came to campus to hear proposals from our honors college students who spent the past semester creating plans to revitalize the iconic Strand Theater. That sound familiar to you? Think we have a challenge here in this town. Strand Theater right in Dorchester. Students gave him ideas, he's funding it, we move on. We recently partnered with the District Attorney's Office and Suffolk County Sheriff to update a violence prevention curriculum. You know how hard it is to update a curriculum when you have so many smart people sitting at the table all thinking they know what the curriculum should be. That's whether you're in Sunday school teaching in the temple teaching, no matter where you are. Teachers getting together to do the curriculum brings out a lot of creativity, but also sometimes takes a long time. Those students cut through all of that and made it happen, and it's an amazing thing. In October, we received nationally 2 awards, one for excellence in innovation for regional and economic development from the American Association of State Colleges and Universities, and then in November, the Association of Public Land-Grant Universities selected us as a recipient of its 2nd annual Innovation and Economic Prosperity Award. Never before in our history have we received and been honored by one of the 7 national agencies for higher education. And we're so proud of that. So for good reason, we are paying attention to the town of Stoughton and your master plan to revitalize this town center. The 6 key issues upon which that master plan is focused include areas of significance, influence, and expertise in which the University of Massachusetts has and will continue to partner and to seek partnership with this community. We've already been plotting with Noreen O'Toole. Yes, we've been sneaking around doing that, to partner our brand new urban planning program students with your project. This is a way together we can make a difference. We've also been in discussions with Pam, sitting so prominently at my table tonight, to create internships at the town for our marketing students. Being a part of the process of helping a town rebrand itself is an unbelievable opportunity for us. We don't have to dig too deep for that brand. It's not so hard and difficult when you have something to talk about. We have a lot to be proud of in this town. We will continue to work with you to find the difference. And as Boston's great public research university, we'd love to make the brief ride out here to Stoughton. I'd love to come up from Palisade Circle and off of Ames Pond for a while to the middle of town and do something with you and help lift the profile of our region and deliver a competitive advantage. This great town gave birth or contributed to all the towns around it. Every town around this town should be walking down the middle of Stoughton, dancing in a circle, whether it's Sharon, Canton, all those began because you said yes. And that's an amazing thing to know. Bridgewater, you said yes. All those years ago. The oldest choral society in the United States. The Suffolk Resolves is what the Declaration of Independence was based on. Right here in Stoughton. You gave Boston mayors. You gave Tufts presidents. Right from this town. And that president stayed around, Joe. He was there like 35 years. Team. Motley for 35 years. Uh-oh. Y'all are in trouble. First Catholic Mass, held in 1848. Jewish community worship happened in 1893. Diversity was something that was always prevalent in this town. First school committee, 1826. First school superintendent, 1861. First railroad began, 1845. Police and fire, 1852 and 1883. Cooperative Bank, 1886. A rich heritage born from farmers, sawmills, grist mills, iron workers, carpenters, lumbermen, cobblers, and weavers. And here we are today, gathered in this room, and will contribute to the history of this great town, our nation, and our world together. We are proud of our connections to the great town of Stoughton and to share in its history and ongoing development. Thank you again for my opportunity to live among you, to work among you, to educate my children among you, and to be proud to say that I'm a citizen of this great town of Stoughton. Thank you for having me come tonight.
Chancellor Motley, thank you so much. You didn't disappoint. I want to present this to you on behalf of the Chamber, and thank you so much for coming to our annual meeting and being a part of this and offering a really inspirational and informative message.
Okay, come on in, man.
Terry?
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Just to remind you that we recorded this, so for anybody in the back who couldn't hear Chancellor Motley, it'll be on TV. We have a special microphone here.
Uh-oh, it's got jokes.
Thank you again. Another round of applause, please. So we're getting to our concluding part of our evening tonight, and I just want to make a couple of announcements. I guess my first publicly as chair. I'm resigning. Goodbye. No. It was fun while it lasted.
What did you do the first time?
Our next meeting is February 2nd, our Caught You Doing Something Good Awards, and it's hosted by the Texas Roadhouse in Brockton. We don't need a train anymore to get there, but it's that's another great meeting that I highly encourage you attend. It's another meeting where we really honor the do-gooders in town and the people who make this community what it is. And so I encourage you to come to our February 2nd meeting. We will all be celebrating a Patriots Super Bowl victory that Monday. So we will edit that out if the results don't go our way on Saturday night. And then March 2nd, we turn more civic-minded and we meet the candidates. We have 4 candidates running for the Board of Selectmen and 2 candidates running for the school committee in this April's town election. And so our March 2nd meeting, which is hosted by one of our board members, Steve Tyre at the Copley at Stoughton, we will be going to Steve's business, and it's a fantastic organization in town, and that's another meeting I encourage you to attend and to learn a little bit more about the people, the men and women who are vying for a spot on the school committee or the selectmen. As Chancellor Motley stated in his speech, talking about the sacrifice and talking about building for a better tomorrow, I really feel that 2015 for Stoughton you're going to look back at this 15, 20, 30 years from now, and 2015 is going to be a pivotal year in this town's history. And we have the opportunity to do a lot of great things this year and the next year in moving this town forward between school building projects, library building projects, police and fire building projects, our downtown, revitalizing that. And we can all start the groundwork by getting involved as businesses and as members of this community to make this town a better place, not just for today and for tomorrow, but for 50 years from now. And I really feel that 2015 will be the kickstart to the future of this town, to making this town the best place that it can be. So let's get involved, let's have a great year. And I want to thank everybody for attending. I want to one more time thank the New England Sinai for their hospitality. I want to thank Terry and Joanne one more time for all of their hard work in putting this together. And I want to thank all of you for attending. Thank you so much. I hope to see you at many more meetings throughout the year. And have a safe drive home. Thank you so much. And thank you one more time to our guest speaker tonight, Chancellor Motley, and our representatives Kafka and Galvin. Thank you and good night.